Would you please rise for the presentation of colors and the Pledge of Allegiance by the Mundy's Mill High School AFJ ROTC Honor Guard. Please remain standing until the Honor Guard exits. Thank you.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Colors are march!
You may be seated.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome. I am Jada Dawkins, Chief of Communications, Public Relations, and Marketing for Clayton County Public Schools. It is indeed an honor and privilege to welcome each and every one of you today as we induct the new superintendent of the 5th largest school district in the state of Georgia, Dr. Morcease J. Beasley. It is an exciting time for Clayton County School District as we continue to establish our commitment to high performance with the swearing in of Dr. Beasley. We are extremely proud of the board's decision to select Dr. Beasley as superintendent and eagerly excited to begin a new era of scholastic excellence and community engagement in Clayton County. Before we continue to follow the program as printed, I would like to take this opportunity to recognize all dignitaries present, starting with Clayton County Public Schools Board of Education. When I call your name, please stand to be recognized. Dr. Pam Adamson, Board Chair, District 1. Ms. Mary Baker, Board Vice Chair, District 6. Dr. Alika Anderson, District 8. Ms. Ophelia Burrows, District 5. Mr. Mark Christmas, District 2. Ms. Jessie Goree, District 3. And Ms. Judy Johnson, District 7. Let's acknowledge Mr. Michael King, District 4. And Mr. Benjamin Straker, Sr., District 9. I also ask at this time if there are any elected officials present, please stand to be recognized as well. I know Judge Pam Ferguson is here, and Judge Wanda Dallas, Chairman Jeff Turner, Representative Rhonda Barno, and Mr. Michael. And if we have any visiting superintendents, please stand to be recognized as well. Any members of the clergy, please stand to be recognized at this time. Thank you all invited guests for your attendance today. Again, we welcome you and thank you for attending this momentous occasion. And thank you for your continued support to Clayton County Public Schools, where we are committed to high performance. Enjoy the program.
What an honor it is to be present and invited to offer prayers for Clayton County, this exciting season of education, learning, administration, and leadership in this county, and then to offer prayers for my friend and brother, part of our church family, Dr. Morcease Beasley. You are getting a man of value, a man of integrity, a man of solid leadership that we've seen in our church, and I'm certain you will also see in your involvement in the county. And so let's ask the Lord to bless his leadership and our time together. Every head bowed. Father, it is in these moments that we pause to give you thanks and to appreciate you for all that you've done and for who you are, and for the ways in which you guide our decisions and our steps, and for the insight that you give to us as we make critical decisions about leadership and regarding this county. Thank you for moving upon the heart of the board to select a man of such high integrity and values as Morcease Beasley. We ask now that you would allow your grace to overshadow and fall upon this county, that Clayton County would see a resurgence of your presence among our staff and faculty and administration, teachers and schools. We ask, God, that you would allow for your mercy and your hand of favor to rest upon every classroom, every moment of instruction, that you would transform each classroom into an environment that welcomes your presence. I pray, oh God, that you would allow for your spirit to rest within every single teaching experience, and that you will give us teachers, educators, faculty members who have a passionate heart for children. And Lord, that you would enable us to educate them as the next leaders of our future. And Father, we do pray that you will place your hand upon Dr. Beasley, that you will give him insight, that you will give him vision and direction, that you will put your hand upon his heart, and that he will sense and know your movement. And Father, I do ask that you will cause the values that are important to you to become important to this county and to this school district. And I pray that under his leadership that we'll see the shining ranks of your glory being expressed. I thank you, God, for those around him who serve as his support system, those who will serve on the board, and those who will serve as a part of his administration team. I thank you for all the faculty members that are a part of this county's administration and educational environment. And I ask, God, that you would give them, each of them, your wisdom, that you would lay your hand of guidance upon them, that they would seek you in moments where clarity is needed, that they will seek you in days and times when direction is required. And I thank you for the bright day for this county. And I ask now that you will undergird that leadership so that that bright day becomes even brighter in the months and years to come. We give you praise for all that we've asked and all that you shall do. In the matchless and marvelous name of your Son, in Jesus' name, amen.
Broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out and move mountains. We gon' walk it out and move mountains. And like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains, and I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, like the day. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I'll rise up and I'll do it 1,000 times again. I'll rise up high like the waves. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I'll rise up and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, if we have each other, if we have each other.
Let me start off by asking Brittany Wilder, have you already signed up with an agent? Because if not, I know where you can find one. Wow, congratulations, well done, well done. I'm so very honored and thankful to participate in this program today. I am so honored because I consider Dr. Beasley to be one of the top educators in our nation, and he is most deserving of such an opportunity to lead as Superintendent of Schools. Now, I've known Dr. Beasley for at least 20 years, and so for me to come in to see that sign over there with his name on it, I'm just so very proud. And board members, I'm proud to see your names also. But let me tell you something else I've already observed, Reverend Harris, and Jada Dawkins. This is about community. It's about our children. And even as the program started, you recognize the pastors, the elected officials, the school board members, and others, you know, former superintendents and teachers. And I'm just so very proud. And that's what it's all about, to get the job done for children. And Ms. Dawkins even talked about excellence in learning in her introductory remarks. So this is a wonderful, wonderful picture for me. I'm already so excited about it that in terms of where we are, but I'll even be more excited, as I know you will be, as you move things forward. Now, I would like to take a moment of privilege to recognize those who are present from DeKalb County as well as Birmingham. I saw several of you superintendents and former superintendents and directors and principals. Come on, Claudia, you're not standing. Would you all please stand to be recognized? You'll not be surprised that I called you out. But I also want to acknowledge and recognize those educators, community members, and pastors who currently either live in or have some association with the Clayton County community. Clayton County community, all of you, teachers, faculty, staff, please stand and be recognized. And last in the group I recognize, but not least, and the most important family right now in this room, the Beasley family. Please stand, Laverne and your family and aunt, children. Congratulations. Now, you won't see Dr. Beasley for a while now. He'll be at work for a while. But I also, again, want to acknowledge the school board members. I'm so proud of you, and I told you that as I came in. I'm thankful for you for the decision that you've made. And elected officials, thank you for your participation, judge and others who were present. This swearing-in ceremony is really important. It's a big deal. And frankly, I've been around for a while. I haven't seen before in my time a superintendent candidate before being sworn in have the entire audience stand up and give a standing ovation. I have never seen that. So I'm so tickled by it. Now, having said that, I'm gonna kind of go to the end, and then I'll work back and put some other pieces in. Comment I was going to make at the end, but I'm just inspired to make it right now. I'm proud of and thankful for the pats on the back, and everybody's nice today. And you know there are going to be some times, some days where you're not going to agree. It's just, it's just the way it happens, Dr. Edwards. It's just how it happens. But what I want to encourage all of you in this community, the school board, of course, but also faculty and staff, and even community members, pastoral community, just please know that any decision that this man makes, I guarantee you today 100%, any decision will be made on behalf of supporting children, doing the right thing for children, not about adults. If Dr. Beasley is a politician, I haven't seen it in 20 years. He's an educator, and he's going to make decisions that at first sometimes, or at times you may say, well, I don't know about that one. I don't know if I agree with that. Or you may disagree. You may strongly disagree, but that's okay. Roll with the tide. Roll with the tide. Give it time. And I can tell you today that, first of all, if it turns out, you know what, he was right, tell him that. Hey, I didn't agree with that when I first heard it. I first saw the transfer of a principal or a popular director, or whatever the case may be, a custodian, the athletic director's secretary. Just people. Sometimes, all of a sudden, you say, wait a minute, I can't believe they made that change, or he made that change, or he's responsible for that change. Give it time. Now, if by chance it doesn't work out, and somebody whispered, tell him that. No, don't tell him that. If he'll be the first to acknowledge it, I guarantee it. And he'll make the appropriate adjustments, Clem. He'll make the appropriate adjustments, the appropriate corrections at that time that comes up. But you can't agree all the time. In fact, blockages, the things sometimes in a way, you may not see it directly, but it's there. And sometimes it takes a person who's only been here a year or a few months to observe what that is. I had an incident happen. I'm just going to relate it to myself for this day, this time, this morning. I had my wife does a lot of great things. She's worked for Dr. Beasley, and she knows him well. And she advised me about not ironing my coat this morning unless I put a cover on it between the iron and the coat. And Mr. Dawkins, and on the plane I had it all neat, and I ended up getting some wrinkle marks right here. They're still there, right? And so I thought, well, board members, I'll just do what she said. I put a pillowcase sheet, a pillowcase cover on the ironing board, and I took the iron and I started ironing, and I thought, well, this is working okay, but it's not working fast enough. So or it's not working well enough. So I thought I'd just take the little cover off and do it without the cover, Dr. Beasley. And you already know what happened, don't you? All of a sudden, there's a little brown mark on my coat right that doesn't belong there. I didn't know what I was doing. And you know, sometimes, as simple as it may seem, whether it's a teacher teaching something in a classroom or just, you know, something that seems so simple, or a person that's working so hard, they're moving fast. I was working hard this morning, and I was wrong in how I did what I was doing. So, you know, I deserved to be corrected, and I was after I finished, just only after I finished. But one other thing happened this morning I'll share with you just briefly. I sometimes like to start my day watching the news. And in this case, I was going to watch CNN. If you got DirecTV, it's channel 202. I know the channel. But this morning was on channel 304 when I woke up, and Andy Griffith's show was on. I thought, I don't want to see Andy Griffith, I want to see the news. So I started punching buttons, board members, and the channel would not change. So I did what a lot of men would do. I started punching buttons on the side of the TV, you know, women too, right? But I started punching buttons. Well, all of a sudden the TV went off completely. So this is not going well. And so I called the maintenance person. I thought, well, he'll know what to do, or she, but in this case it was a he. He came in, he couldn't get it fixed either. Must be the batteries. Went and got batteries, came back, the TV still wouldn't work right. He got it on, but it still was on channel 304. But eventually, what he figured out was there was something blocking the way. Last night, I was in kind of a medium-level hotel, I guess, and there were lights everywhere. I couldn't sleep, so I put a shirt over the TV box to block. You get where I'm going? To block the light, right? Something was blocking the way for children to learn, right? But I didn't know it, didn't see it. Took all kind of expertise to come in and look at it, and they didn't see it. Dr. B is going to see it. Dr. B is going to see it, and he's going to remove that shirt at some point in time so that everything will work better for children. Is that good? That good stuff? All right. All right. Now that was the end. And then fill in a few other blanks, please, as I move toward closing. Let me just say to you that you know, beyond his personality and Dr. Beasley's kind of knack for, you know, showing love for people and especially children, he's very bright. He's very bright. He's intelligent, and I know it's embarrassing him for me to say this. I know he has an earned doctorate. Sometimes people say they're doctor this. Sometimes, you know, and it's all important, right? Dr. Beasley earned his doctorate at Samford University in Birmingham. Dr. Beasley earned his doctorate at Samford University in Birmingham. Dr. Beasley earned his doctorate at Samford. Do you all know where Samford is? Look it up later about the requirements to get in, let alone to get out. And I know because my wife and I were there celebrating his achievement. But I can also tell you from observing him, he's well-read. He's current in terms of understanding research. He understands curriculum and instruction and assessment, the latest trends in education. He knows how to use data and use it all of the time. Staff members, get ready if you haven't seen that already. He's strong in personnel management and fiscal integrity, and he's an excellent planner and coordinator of programs. If you go in his office right now, which I did today, if you find a piece of paper out of place, you call me, let me know that you found a piece of paper. I haven't seen it in 20 years. He's just very, very, very organized. But he also understands how to set and follow vision and understand what strategic thinking is all about. But the other part that I'll say to you, that amongst the other things I'm proud of, is he knows how to connect the dots and understands the importance of connecting the dots. Haven't you seen it? People just working so hard. You wonder, gosh, the test scores still aren't higher, or they're lower. But I know they're working hard. The dots aren't connecting is perhaps one of the problems. So in this school district, I assure you, if it hadn't already happened, and I certainly appreciate Dr. Jackson's work, but I assure you in the future the dots will connect. Now, I also know about Dr. Beasley's passion for doing great work for children. I first met Dr. Beasley, as I said to you, about 20 years ago while working as superintendent in the Birmingham school system. Dr. Beasley was a math teacher, and this one of the chief, I guess, staff members, key leaders, came to me and said, we're about to lose this math teacher to another school district, a local district which was heavily recruiting Dr. Beasley to go to that school district to become an administrator in that district. One of the smartest things we did was to offer him a job as assistant principal at that time, and he did well, so well that within a few months he was elevated to become the principal of a school which had not done very well. I'll just put it that way. But he, of course, did great work there, so great we recruited him to travel with the team of educators who left Birmingham to go to DeKalb County, Georgia. Dr. Beasley became, at that time, the principal of Stevenson High School, right down the street. And he did a great job there as well. So well, we recruited Dr. Beasley to travel to Texas, to Port Arthur, Texas, which is where I still live. That school district was under state takeover for not doing well. And they had been under state takeover for 18 months. The district had to pay the state to take them over. But within 30 days, we were able to encourage the state to leave and to let us do our work without their assistance. So he's been there. And because of family considerations, he returned back to Georgia. That was smart on his part as well. But I can tell you, obviously, but I can tell you, after building new schools, renovating, same thing we did in Birmingham, raising test scores, double-digit increases in most areas, in most grades, we balanced the budget. Again, we passed a major bond election and did some really great things for children, so we're very proud. It wasn't easy, and as I said earlier, sometimes, in fact, people sometimes are for reform so long as nothing changes, yet you've got to change in order to make things work better, right? But we did some things, and of course, as you're climbing these mountains, so to speak, that are difficult, you get dust on you, so people Google you and all this kind of thing. You find things, oh, there must be something wrong with him. Let me tell you something. This man's a great educator. You can Google him to death, but I can assure you that any decision he's made, as I said earlier, it was because he loves children and wanted to do right by children. So what you're putting in front of this community, board members and staff, is a role model of excellence in educational leadership and a model as husband, father, highest in character, level of character, human spirit, and dedication as servant leader in support of children. Again, as I said earlier, he'll not spend time playing politics with our children. Now, finally, I brought some things to share with you from Texas, one of which is a T-shirt which is going to be mailed to you, as I told you yesterday, from Frida Reynolds and her family, and we're just so proud. But we also brought some things today to present to you, starting with this beautiful plaque, and it says, "Congratulations, Dr. Morcease Beasley, Excellence in Leadership Award, Port Arthur Independent School District, July 2017. And I've got one other thing. This is my fun part. This is my most fun part of all the things that I've said for the day. This is a book, Leadership in America's Best Urban Schools. It was just published a few months ago. One of the authors, in fact, I went to school with, Joseph F. Johnson, University of Texas at Austin. But I marked it up, Dr. Beasley, because we thought to be appropriate and important to have staff just make a few comments as we make this presentation to you, and the little marks are there for me to remember which ones to read. And they're trust me, staff, board members and others who are present, time wouldn't allow me to read all of them. but let me just share a few. Comments from Port Arthur, Texas. Now, Dr. Beasley left Port Arthur, Texas 8 years ago. Here's what my wife, Carolyn Brown, said, who was Dr. Beasley's assistant in the curriculum department. "Congratulations on your appointment as superintendent of the Clayton County Public Schools. I'm looking forward to hearing about the educational heights the district will reach under your leadership. May God continue to bless you and your family, Carolyn J. Brown." And then from LaWanda Finney, Dr. LaWanda Finney, you'll remember that name well. "Please, Dr. Beasley, please continue to allow God to direct your path and trust him. We are so proud of you." Here's one from Frida Simmons. Dr. Beasley, I'm so proud of your accomplishments. You have been an inspiration to me and a major influence to my success in education. Congratulations. And then she goes on to put some biblical verses in there, Pastor, from Ephesians, 2nd chapter, 10th verse, Philippians, 1st chapter, 6th verse. Then she put a number sign, you are God's masterpiece. Isn't that nice? And, let's see. Here's one from Mrs. Leger, Rita Leger. I know you will be a great superintendent. Clayton County is the most fortunate school district in Georgia. They have you. I feel so lucky to have been able to work with you. These are his staff members, y'all, from 8 years ago. And from Yolanda Getwood. She says, congratulations. You are so deserving, and I know that you will do a wonderful job for the students and staff. Yolanda Getwood. From Emily Moore, congratulations on your new position. They are blessed to have you as their superintendent. I will always be grateful for the support and encouragement I receive from you. You are the best. From Emily Moore. From Dr. Kim Vine, congratulations on all of your achievements, most recently being named Superintendent of Schools. God bless you, your family, and your organization in all endeavors. Kim Vine. And then finally, from Barbara Jones, Secretary. Dear Dr. Beasley, I'm so happy for you. This is your season. I have learned if you continue to pray for what you want and don't give up, God will give you the desires of your heart. Congratulations to you, Barbara Jones. Congratulations, Dr. Beasley. Congratulations, Clayton County Schools. Thank you.
Throughout history, we have chosen people to lead us, help us make decisions that we obviously can't make ourselves, thus we call them leaders. But what exactly is a leader? More importantly, what does it mean to lead? I've pondered on this question throughout my entire long 15 years of life. And quite frankly, I still don't know the answer, but I kind of have an idea. I've heard this word ever since elementary school. I'm pretty sure we all remember hearing our teachers tell us to follow the line, leader. More importantly, I'm pretty sure we ourselves wanted to be that line leader. I know I did. But besides adding and subtracting, I believe our teachers were trying to teach us a very important lesson about life. Each week, a new line leader will be chosen, and by the end of the school year, everyone had the chance to lead. Yes, we elect officials to help us make our decisions, but by the end, we're all leaders. Which brings me back to my question, what does it mean to be a leader? In order to be a leader, you must possess a good character, have a clear vision, humility, honesty, and integrity. With that being said, even if you don't possess all of these qualities, you are still a leader to someone. Now, we can all learn a little bit of something from each and every person that we meet. Whether it's our 2-year-old grandson or our 90-year-old grandma, whether it's our closest friend or our worst enemy. You are still a leader to somebody. But the question is, how are you leading? Thank you.
Stand in the middle. Right in the middle. You're in the middle. There you go. Now we're good. We don't want to watch your faces. All right.
I, Morcease Beasley,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
or affirm
or affirm
that I will truly
perform the duties
of the local school superintendent
of the local school superintendent
of the Clayton County School District
of the Clayton County School District
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my abilities.
I do further swear or affirm
I do further swear or affirm
that I am not the holder
that I am not the holder
of any unaccounted for public money
due this state
or any political subdivision
or any political subdivision
or authority thereof,
or authority thereof.
and that I am not the holder
And I am not the holder
of any office of trust
of any office of trust
under the government of the United States,
under the government of the United States,
of any other state,
of any other state,
of any foreign state,
of any foreign state,
which by the laws of the state of Georgia,
which by the laws of the state of Georgia,
I am prohibited from holding.
I am prohibited from holding.
And that I am otherwise qualified
And I am otherwise qualified
to hold said office
to hold said office
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and the laws of Georgia.
and the laws of Georgia.
And I will support
And I will support
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and of this state.
and of this state.
If you so swear, so help me God.
So help me God. I, Morcease Beasley,
A citizen of the United States
a citizen of the United States,
and being an employee
and being an employee
of the Clayton County School District
of the Clayton County School District
and the recipient of public funds
and the recipient of public funds
for services rendered as such employee, do hereby solemnly swear and affirm
do hereby solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of Georgia.
and the Constitution of Georgia.
If you so swear, so help me God.
So help me God. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, my sincere thanks to all of you for being here on today. To Vern and this my family. Just thank you all to this board who has given a vote of confidence. Thank you for the opportunity. To Dr. Brown, Pastor Harris, thank you for just taking time out of your schedule to be here. Dr. Brown surprised us yesterday. We were relaxing at the house after a busy weekend. I heard the doorbell ring, and then they started knocking on the door. I said, you really must want us to come to the door. And when I got there, it was Dr. Brown from Texas. So it's just an honor that someone would even fly this far to just be a part of a ceremony. And just as I look and just see so many others, Judge, thank you to the students, Brittany. Y'all did just a phenomenal Sydney. You wrote that, Sydney. You did a great job. Elected officials, thank you all for being here. And just to all of you that the employees that are here that I've worked with since July, just thank you for being here. I could see Dr. Williams, one of my former principals who used to make sure she put me in order. Thank you, Dr. Williams, for being here. And just everyone. I see Dr. Champion. I have to recognize my administrative team from Stevenson, Dr. Champion and others that are here, Dr. Neal, our head counsel, my head counsel who's retired now, but it just took a team. You all know it takes a team, doesn't it? I don't care who the leader is, you will not get it done by yourself. It takes people, and that's why it's important today for all of you to be here. Because I shared with the board when we went through the interview process, you're not hiring a superstar, you're hiring a team player. A team player. And the work of our children is just that important that all of us experiences and expertise and a level of passion and things that we know or things perhaps that we don't know. We all play a part. But when we as adults are able to set aside our own egos, focus on what's good for our children. There has to be fundamentally a change in a community. And I'll tell you this, I don't ever want to be a part of a community that doesn't love its children. If you don't love your children, you are a sick community. This community, I've only been here as an employee since July, but this community loves its children. This community loves its children, and it expects the best of its children, the very best of its children. And I'm honored to be in a position to work with our staff in our community to ensure that as our children go into every school, they have access to the best principals and the best teachers. In every school. I'm honored for the opportunity to help our community create an environment where our children are very proud of. They're going to talk about us one way or the other. But if people are going to talk, give them something to talk about. I'm honored to be a part of the parents and so many parents and the elected officials who've already reached out to us to meet with us to just ask, what can we do to support this community? I'm honored. And I tell them, and I mean it from my heart, I will not go forward without your help, without your support. This community needs all of us grown people, if you will. All of us who know better. All of us who understand the political environment and the international environment that our children have to live in. You know better. Which means that it's time for us, Senator Charles. It's time for us to come together and produce, and I'm not talking about what we think is excellence, but excellence in every way. That means our children ought to be high performing. Whether they go to college or not, it's not your decision. It's not my decision, but they should have the opportunity to go if that's what they choose to do. And there's nothing in their educational experience that should hinder that opportunity. Our responsibility is, and always remember this, all of us come and go. There was a day for me to come, and I can assure you, this man teaches me well. There's a day for me to leave. There is a day for me to leave. My point is, all of us, we may not know the day we leave, but while we're here, we've got to make a difference. We've got to do what's good for our children. We've got to lift up our children. I tell people all the time, if you have the honor and the privilege of being around children, then you protect that sacred responsibility. Yes, they will cut up like that if you cuss me out a few times. But I never have I returned the favor. I wanted to, but I recognize that they're just children. And that part of their brain, that frontal lobe, is not necessarily all that mature. And they do things sometimes without thinking of the consequences. And because I'm an adult, I'm not going to get in their role as a child. But I'm going to do something differently because I want to help them navigate life in a healthy way by being a good example. By being a good example. And oftentimes I tell people, what I expect of my own children, my oldest daughter Lisa, who I love dearly, my boys, y'all know I love my boys. What I expect of them when they go to school, I expect people to do right by my children. I expect teachers to teach my children like they would want someone to teach their very own. Don't teach down to my children. Teach up to them. Teach up to them. Why? Because I raised them up. And I expect them to do well. They may not necessarily, and Jesse's watching. My one in New Orleans, and Xavier, she's watching. Hey, Jesse, Daddy love you. Pass them summer classes so that money will be well spent. But you teach up to our children and let them, give them an opportunity. I told every one of my children, you had to go somewhere. Whether you go to a 2-year college or 4-year college, I don't care where you go, you're going somewhere. Because you got to get off of my payroll. And you got to get on your own. and reading and writing about it and thinking about this district, it just came in the term committed to high performance. Our children are going to do well. We're going to build on the foundation of Ms. Jackson, the previous superintendent, and other superintendents. As I told this cabinet today, we're going to build on the success that they've already had. I don't believe in just dismantling stuff just because somebody else did it. That's egocentric. And it's a lack of self-esteem. That were provided to me. Someone took a chance. Dr. Brown didn't even like me the first time he met me. He said, he told my principal, Mr. Coach, who is he? My principal said, give him a chance, give him a chance. I had to grow. And I thank God for placing me under leaders that allow me the grace to grow. And my commitment is to allow our employees an opportunity to grow in a healthy environment where we support each other, where we stay focused on our children, and we do what's right consistently for our children. It won't always be easy, and I know as a leader, I often think about the Apostle Paul, how he bared in his body the work. But he also said, I have to go through this dying process in order for life to occur in you. So I know as a leader, it won't be easy. It won't be easy. So I know that I've got to deal with some tough situations. But I know that as I deal with tough situations, I've got a promise that if I do the right thing, I may have to be crucified, but I know I can rise again. If I don't do it, we will rise. Our children will rise. Our children will rise. We have to deal with some situations. And as Dr. Brown said, we may not always agree, but I can tell you this, we can always come to consensus about what's good for our children. About what's good for our children. All of us are positioned here in this community. Whether you live in Clayton or you're outside of Clayton, we're all connected for a reason. Let us use our connections to make a difference in the lives of the 54,000 plus children in Clayton County. And my commitment to you all is this. All the counties that we border, they will be sending their children here. Anybody who knows I don't have a problem with emptying out anybody else's school district to make my school district successful. I will empty it out. I want the best children, the best families right here in Clayton County Schools. I want all of our parents in Clayton to know, get ready. We're going to have a wonderful school year. Our principals are ready. Any principals here, I know they're on vacation and they're doing, see Mr. Man, look at our principals, they're ready. They're ready. Our teachers are ready. I was at the Atlanta Bread Company the other day and was meeting with someone and a group of teachers, your teachers, on their time, was sitting around the table planning for instruction. And you know what I did? I said, may I join you? And I did. And I said, well, what are you planning? And they began to share what they were planning. And I said, and you all, no one asked you all to do this? They said, no, we're just excited about the school year. Now, that's the type of teacher you want. That's the type of teacher you want. And that's the type of teacher you've got to retain. So I need our community to understand we're in a competitive market. We're going to only keep good teachers if they see us as a good community. So that means all of us. All of us, we've got to come together. We've got to support our teachers. Realizing this, and if we don't, they'll just leave and go somewhere else. And I can assure you, you don't want your child sitting with subs all year long. Remember where you are. You're in a very competitive market. You're in the Atlanta metro area. If they don't like Clayton, they can go to about 20 or 30 other school districts. My commitment with the staff, with our teachers, principals, and all our parents is to ensure that we hold on to our good teachers. That they find reasons to stay with us versus reasons to leave us. That we hold on to our excellent employees. That we create a culture, an environment of excellence where people are proud whether it be here in Georgia or around the world, they talk about our community as if it's the best community for one to live, to work, and to play. That's our commitment. We're committed and we will be to high performance. And I'll tell you this, I'm not perfect, Laverne will tell you that. I'm not perfect. I got my flaws, and I'm trying to be a person of integrity, despite all of that, and a person of character, but she knows the flaws. But I tell you this, there's some things I know and some things I don't know, but one thing I do know, I know good teachers to learn. I can be fooled, Dr. Williams will tell you that. I can be fooled about a lot of stuff. But one thing you won't fool me about is good teaching and good learning. That's why I believe in surrounding yourself with competent people. So if I don't know, they can help me find out. Or if they don't know, I can help them find out. But I can assure you, we're going to provide all of our students an environment where they can learn at very high levels. They will not have an excuse for being successful. So parents, just get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Community, get ready. To the chamber, I know you're here, Mr. Stratton and Jeremy, where are you? I need you all, the business partners. I know Mr. Stratton was here earlier. There he is. We need you all. Everyone who benefits from the families in this community should make a contribution to the families in this community. Everyone. That's when you know the health of the community. Everyone recognizes, absent the families in this community, there would be no reason for a church. There would be no reason for a business. There'd be no reason for the school system. Our families. So as I close, I share with the staff, there are two groups of people in this organization. Those who teach and those who support teachers. Those of us who support teaching, we need to be very clear about our role of supporting these who teach and our students. I'm very clear. This board expects excellence. This board expects improvement. But I want to be very clear. This board expects no more than I expect of myself. No more than I expect of myself. You know why? Because our children deserve it. They deserve the best. So as we prepare for the 17-18 school year and beyond, I want to invite all of you to be engaged. I want to invite you to be a support to our schools. I want to invite you that if there are issues and problems, always start at that school level with the teacher and then the principal if necessary, but always work to do what's in the best interest of our children. Remember, we all have this opportunity at this point in our lives. We don't know when that opportunity will end. So we should take full advantage of that opportunity. We should recognize the privilege that the position of privilege that we're all in. Whether you're educated or not educated, we're all in a position of privilege to help our children achieve higher levels of performance. And I will say this as I close. Lift our children up. Speak well about children. Don't allow one knucklehead child who's in the media to define all about children. For everyone that you might see on TV being reported as doing something wrong, there are thousands doing something wrong. I don't allow television to give me a picture of children because I know I deal with them on a daily basis. I know for the most part, on any given day, most children are doing very well at school. They're behaving well, they're respectful. So I don't make a conclusion about all children based upon one. And so I encourage you and challenge you to help change the conversation in our community. Lift our children up. Speak up to our children. Lift them up. Speak well about children. You can either speak life or death into a situation. I choose to speak life to children. I know because it worked with my own. I recognize that you have to tell them the good. Yeah, you discipline them, but even when you discipline them, you tell them, I know you better than that. You let let them know. And so I need all of us to come together and just speak positive things to our children. Lead by example with our children. Support our children. You find a school to go to this year and support with your entire heart. You may not can do a whole lot. It may just be 1 hour, but you go and you support our children. Let it never be said that you criticized our children, but you chose not to make a sacrifice on their behalf. I want to say thank you for this opportunity. I am excited, I'm honored. As many of you know, my mom passed on Friday. And so she's watching from heaven. She, after a battle with lung cancer, I was there by her side, and I'm honored. And she made it very clear she wanted to be here, but if she couldn't be here, this should go on. And so my mom is watching along with my grandma and some other people that I love that have preceded us in death. But I know this. My mom would expect me to always do what's good for children. And so, thank you for being here. I want you to come back to some other meetings, so I'm not going to say everything I could say. I want you to come back, teachers, to the critical conversations and the community engagement sessions that we've already published on the web. I want you to come and be a part of those conversations. Just know that we're all in this together. And as we do well as a community, our children will do well. Thank you all for this opportunity. I'm honored, and I look forward to serving the Clayton County.
Hello, everyone. I would just like to say thank you, Tanya Kroon, for coming, and everyone else. I appreciate seeing you, but I would like to say while my husband is growing, changing, and being redirected, the district will change, grow, and be redirected. We will give you nothing less than our best for the betterment of the children. We're thankful, we're appreciative, and we are extremely humbled by this opportunity. Thank you all.